Hello, Manish, are you able to hear me? Okay, so let me start today's class from where yesterday we left. Speak little louder. Okay, okay, okay. Are you able to see screen? Okay. Um, like yesterday, we were creating a simple record format in that very simple things we did, right? To adding a record or updating. We did not do a validation messages and all, right? So today we'll add validation messages and how to validate those fields. I mean, did validate it, but only reverse image was coming. So we'll fine tune a couple of things and then we'll quickly discuss subfile and we'll try to write the first program. So let me change couple of things here. Here, in order to display error messages, a couple of ways are there to display the error messages. One is a message ID concept. Message ID is very simple concept. I mean, just we have to add a message ID in a message file, and those message ID we can use it here. Another one is array concept. Like using runtime array, compile time array, we can display messages here. So first we will do with a compile time array, and then we'll see accordingly. So you hope you know how compile time array works, right? Okay. So I'm going to create a compile time array. So I'm creating array whose length is 70 and dimension is 10. This is a compile time data, and in one line only one entry I am going to make. So I'll go to bottom. Okay. So we added those validation messages. Apart from these validation messages, like whenever we are writing a record, so those also need to be validated, right? So uh, record added and record updated in file. These two messages also we can display. Um, that's about it, I think. So this is total 9 messages. So I will just change the length of array. Dimension is 9. If anything will add, I will again update. So coming to init subroutine, first I will, okay, yeah, validate subroutine. WS, star, banks. Yeah, power was fluctuating here, so So I was changing validate subroutine. Now we have a WSMSG field in our footer. So I'm going to use that this. Uh-huh. Uh, okay. I mean it's not updating. Okay. 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 Now I mean, are you able to see the edit screen for EMPRPG2? Okay. Okay. So here we are, we are in validate subroutine. In validate subroutine, uh, we are going to use WS message field. WS message field we have declared in a footer of our display file. Footer record format we created, right? So we are going to display our error messages on that field. So WS MSG will be used for that. And now array of array message one I will display for first name. Similarly, I will copy and for last name message of two, right? Then for address line one message of three. For city it was message of four. For state it was five. For phone number it was six, and for title it was seven. Screen is in sync, right? Okay. Okay. Then I will type, slowly. So probably we will be in sync. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Anyway, I am recording all these classes. Like yesterday class also I have recorded. I will share with you. Uh, I think today it will get uploaded on Google Drive. So I will share that yesterday class, and today class also I will share with you. So after that also you can go and you can see what exactly we were doing. Okay. So here, after writing, we can, after adding a record, we can display this message. Um, I need to change little bit. For update, I think I have to do chain. Okay. So, okay. Okay. Okay, this need to be changed. Message 8 for adding of record, an array message of 9 for updating of record. Yeah, because for edit, we did earlier what we did, we chain with n. I mean no lock, so it was not locking. So now I before updating I am doing chain and then I am updating. Mhm. Okay. Hmm. So I will come out and I will compile this program. So this is my internet issue or your internet issue. Let me check. Hmm. So now you can see spool files. Oh, okay. So anyway, this program got compiled successfully. So now we'll um, call emprpg2 and with parameters. Um, First I can add only on another data in add mode. So this time I'm passing SSN number 2 and I called this program. Okay. Um, are you able to see the screen? No. I mean, I called this screen. So once you'll see, then so I called that program EMPRPG2, and we are able to we have I called with SSN number 2. Now it is validating all those fields. But error message, if you see, that is not in exactly in sync. Are you able to see the screen now? Okay, yeah. Here you can see that I mean reverse image is there on all those mandatory fields, right? And at the bottom you can see one error message. Title is mandatory, right? But if you see, my position cursor is on first name, but at the bottom message is coming title is mandatory. So this is wrong, right? Because if my cursor is at first name, so error message has to be first name is mandatory. So this is wrong. You know why it is happening? No, actually, here, if you'll see, we have ability to display only one message at the bottom, like one field is there. This is one field, so we can display only one array message. But here we are validating in one shot some 7 fields. So either I have to get ability to display at the bottom more than one message at a one time, or I have to validate only one field at a time. Getting my point or confused? Okay. So to display more than one message here, we have to use a message subfile concept, right? So, but now we are trying with normal, field. So, displaying more than one message at the bottom using this technique we cannot do. So, what exactly we will do? Now we will validate one field at a time. So, in order to do that, what exactly we have to do? So, we have to go into validate subroutine. In validate subroutine, the moment error will occur, we'll do a leave SR. Now you are in sync. Okay. So on the first name, I put after all the validation, I'm putting a leave SR. The same I will do on all those fields. Okay. So what I did on all 7 fields, after validation, if any error is happening on those fields, I am putting a leave SR after the moving those array messages to WS message field. Right? Okay. Now I will recompile. And then again I will recall. Now I press enter. Okay. And I will wait. Once you see the screen, just let me know. TeamViewer is really good. What exactly in TeamViewer it will be now? Like I am speaking, so and like here in this case, you are seeing my screen, right? So if I won't be understanding that okay, which screen you are seeing right now, right? So I'm just I mean, keep on talking, and I won't realize that whether your screen has been refreshed or not. But in TeamViewer, what will happen? I will be talking, but I will be seeing your screen. So whenever it will be in sync. I mean, whenever I will see the refresh screen, I am controlling, but I will be seeing your screen. So I will be talking in sync with screen. So you will get a time. So like for other guys, I take in TeamViewer only because in TeamViewer it will be easy, you know. If you have a TeamViewer, then that will be the best option. Like just you have to this one, Mochasoft or client access anything if you have. I will log in with. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. So just you have to open the TeamViewer and your ID and password. You have to TeamViewer ID password one to connect your TeamViewer. You have to send it to me. Then I will connect it from here. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Okay, that will be also fine. I mean, here also I can do. I will log in with my user ID. I mean, on this one, on this server. And anyway, this source code I will send it. I will mail you today's. I mean, because I didn't send because it was not kind of complete. Today also it won't be completed because couple of things will leave still. Once we will complete Sufile, then complete application testing will do. Then I will send it. I mean, that will be the complete code. But today is till today's code I will mail you. Mhm. So here you can see like first name. So you want on Skyping only or this one, TeamViewer? Skyping only, right? Right, right. That's what earlier I also I told that to use this one TeamViewer. Hmm. Right, right. I'll show you TeamViewer what exactly you have to do. Uh, this is my TeamViewer. So here, if you have to connect, you can see TeamViewer, right? Mhm. Mhm. Okay. So, just keep, whatever the necessary thing is there, install or whatever, and then from tomorrow we'll connect through TeamViewer, right? Okay. Okay. Now you can see this one, right? Okay. So now you can see my cursor at the first name and message is also coming. First name is mandatory, correct? So I will write name. Now last name, it came on last name. So now it came on address, then city, then state, then phone number, then title. So now if I press enter, it has to display record added in file or database, whatever. Okay, done. So now record added in a file, right? Okay. Now I will go back and will come in uh, edit mode, because till now edit mode we have not tested. Edit, and I will go for record one. Again I will call this program in edit mode. Okay. The one thing, mode is not getting display here. Okay. 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 At top, if you see top left, we added one field mode, but because we have not, till now we are not updating those WS mode field, so that we will do. So it should display here in which mode I am seeing this screen, right? So that is not done. One thing. Another, this one. Let me check for update. And if I will press enter, it has to update. Oh, I, I didn't get the message. Even though I am pressing update, so let me check why it is not happening. So two issues. One is mode need to be displayed here. Another, there is some issue in update. And let me go back. At the same, I will call with a display mode. Display. Okay. The first thing is in display mode. There's underline should not be there, and I cannot update those fields, right? So this field need to be like this field. So SSN number, house SSN number. I cannot change anything in SSN number. So like that, these fields has to be there in display mode, but this is not happening. So total we got three issues. So displaying of mode is very simple. Just I will go here and what I will do, WS mode equals to PI mode. So mode we will be able to see. In display mode, things were editable. and underline was there. So in order to do that, I have to go to display file. Okay. What we will do now, you are able to see EMP-DSP2 QDDSSRC. Okay. So in EMP-DSP2, what exactly we'll do for all those fields, we will have protect and underline. So if you see here, from S name, I am going to add RP2. I will add till where I did 50. I will add it here 50, 50, 50. PR protected and well underline, and this will be something like this. This you are able to see. What I am doing on first name, what I did, I added another two display attributes. One is protect, one is underline. Those are getting controlled with indicator 50, 50. So whenever protect will be on, then underline should also be gone. The moment protect is there, then there will be no underline. When protect is off, then underline has to be there. So that's why I put both things in the same indicator, right? And this will be applied on all those fields. Okay. So what I will do on all these fields, last name, then middle name, then address line 1, last name, middle name, address line 1, then address line 2. On all those fields I am going to add this indicator. City, then I am going to add state, then phone number, now title. So what I did, I the same indicator 50, because whenever you will be in display mode, all those fields has to be protected and no underline. So I use only one indicator 50 to control all those fields, right? You screen is sync. Uh -huh. Yeah, yeah. Okay, then fine. So now let me come out. I'll recompile this display file, and I will go to RPG. Okay. Now what I will do in RPG, whenever display mode will be there, I mean WS mode equal to display, then I will make indicator 50 equal to on. That's it. Nothing more than that. Whenever PI mode equal to display, make indicator 50 equal to on. That I need to check for this. Why update was not, update date message was not displaying. That will check now. Okay. That also let me check. PI SSL. That I think I have to put in debug. Look like everything is fine. Now I will start the debug session for this one. Or I can call also. Let me call normally for display. Okay, for display you can see, right? Mhm. Mhm. So if you will be able to see employee add edit screen, so there if you will see those fields are protected and underline is gone, and at top display mode is getting displayed, right? I will change to edit. Here you can see edit mode. Okay, okay. Mhm. So you can see the edit mode, and here fields are here. There is only one issue. The major issue is looking like this update is not getting done. It's not happening update. Let me put a debug and then we'll see. Oh, I got it. Reason is edit is I wrote in a small. I got it. Then no need to do a debug. It has to be uppercase. B-I-T. All has to be in uppercase. Now I think it will work. And then now I will call. I think your screen is not sync. Okay, okay. So now we can see edit screen, right? And let me check update. Yeah, record updated in file, right? So kind of, I mean, couple of things we did it. Now, now we can use this program. This program is now usable. Fine tuning things we can do little later also, but this program is now usable, right? So now we will go to the first screen. First screen, when we were discussing our problem statement, uh, so in problem statement it was saying that create a subfile where the fields has to be sorted based on SSL number. So first I wanted to tell you a couple of things about a subfile. Um, when we discuss the subfile, uh, uh, mainly we discuss about loading techniques. What are loading techniques of subfile? So there are three loading techniques of subfile. One is load all subfile, one is expandable subfile, and third one is page by page subfile. In a load all, what happens? The moment you will call the program, uh, uh, whenever you will see that subfile, all records have been loaded into subfile from database. In expandable subfile, what it does, it will first load only one page. The moment you will press a page down, the second page will be loaded. The moment you will press up again page down, third page will be loaded like that. So it will expand. Uh, I can show you in some Excel sheet how it works. Like suppose my sub file is there and the total page size is 5. So and but I have a record like 10 or 20. 30, 40, 50, 60. in my database table, if 20 records are there, but my page size is only 5, in load all, it load all at one time. In expandable, what it does, it will load 1 to 5 first. Then the moment you will press a page down, then it will load from 6 to 10. So now total 1 to 10 is there in expandable because 2 pages you loaded. Again you will press a page down, then till here it will be loaded. Now third scenario is page by page. In page by page, what happens? It will load first page. Now whenever you will press a page down, so what it will do, it will erase this first 5 record and it will rewrite with another one. If you again you will press page up, or suppose 10 I have displayed, now I wanted to display till 15, so it will erase this here and it will display this. If you press page up twice, so it will display, it will erase that one only and it will. So if you see, this is page by page or single page, always only one page will be updated. I mean, you will be there, will be seen. In expandable, initially it will be one page, but the moment you will press page down, it will expand. So that's why its name is also expandable. It expands. Load all. Why its name is load all? Because in one shot it will load all entry. Now the next question is usage. Where I will use load all, where I will use expandable, and where I will use page by page. Normally, if you see, in the real time industry, I mean, most of the company they prefer expandable file. 85% of your code will be generally 80 to 85% will files are expandable. Yeah, that's what. I'm going to tell you. So 85% code files you will find in expandable, and few, some 5-10% we will find in load all, and very few in page by page also. Reason for this, normally if you see in any sub file, like here also, if you see the sub files, okay, I have not created here. If you see this sub file, in sub file, if you see, position to button will be there. Here also, this is nothing but a sub file, work member PDF, right? This is a sub file. So here, if you see, only one position to button is there. So based on my data, the main thing how we decide is based on my data, how my data is, and second parameter is based on my design. If I know that in my database table I have some 1 million entry, then I cannot use load all first of all, because subfile has limitation of 999949. So in any subfile you cannot make more than 9999 entry. So expandable can be used. And load all straight away you cannot use, because after 999 it will crash. So you have to have either handling concept you have to put it here, or you have to have a condition that if record entry is this much, then don't load. So it can maximum load this much, 9999. So you have to display messages like, okay, I mean maximum entry has been reached. Coming to expandable, why I told that expandable can be used, even though in my database file 1 million entry is there, but first time it will load only 5 or 10 entry, one page, right? So there is no chance of exceeding this limit. When it will if my page size is 10, and in order to reach this, I think you have to press 999 times page down, then only you will reach. But this is kind of not ideal scenario. Nobody in real time he will go and press that many times of page down. He, instead of pressing page down, he will use position 2. So when you are going to use expandable subfile on a bigger file, like a file which is having a huge data, try to have a couple of other position to fields designed in such a way that I will be having like first name, last name, and all those fields here in position 2, or combination of fields, so that it will be easy for user to reach whichever record he wanted to. Getting my point? So, uh-huh. Okay, okay. Please. Yeah. Okay. So we were talking about expandable subfile. In expandable subfile, at a time we are loading only one page, and if my in database table more than millions records are there, in that also we are safe, because we are displaying one page, and if user needs some different record, so definitely he will use position to buttons, position to fields, and he will reach there. This is little impractical that somebody will press that many times of page down. But sometimes we do, for a safe side. At the end, we write that if my RRN number is near to or equal to 9999, display a message that use position to. I mean, we have limitation. It's not like only in AS400. If you go in any technology, irrespective of Java, .NET, any, nowhere nobody loads that many entry at a one. Even if you see in your Gmail or Yahoo Mail, if you will open only one page, actually they load, and when you press on next, then only they will load the next page. So nobody, I mean, no, it's not kind of practical to loading all, fetching all data from database where you are going to use only one, and that is probably from beginning. So that is expandable subfile. Coming to page by page is used very rarely, or where that I don't have many position to fields, I don't have many position to field, and I'm going to handle a huge number of entries from a database file, and in that scenario there might be a chance to reach 9999, as I don't have many filter buttons. So in those scenario we use page by page. But again, I told you, if you design, I mean your application is designed build, and your control part is design build, then you can handle that through expandable also. Mhm. So these three different loading techniques, again it depends upon your business and how you are designing your application. So people decides. In the real time, if you see, load alls will be mainly used, like you have to get a pop-up for country, or you are going to get a pop-up for state, like that. Those fields will be there, no? Where you know that country is like maximum 192 or 200 countries, so their database is not going to increase more than that. So go for load all, where you I mean, so load all is that kind of scenario we handle. Like I know that okay, database is 100, 500,000, so go for load all. In order to, I mean, if you know the database is going to be huge, then go for expandable or subfile, right? Now what we will do then, we'll go to display file and we'll design our DDS and then we'll come back to RPG. And while designing, only couple of things I will explain you. You are in sync, right? Okay. Design screen. So this time I am going to design EMP DSP1. So I will add those records. If if you see here, various type of records are there, right? So we selected last time for simple record format. We selected record, but now we are going to create a sub file. So we will select SFL. So here I will select SFL. So I will do record format name is SFL. In sub file, actually the moment you will create a sub file, it will create a two section, sub file part and control part. Now if I will press enter, you will see a control part, sub file control record. I will explain you what exactly control part is. Let me open this. Oh. If you see here, this part is control part and this part is sub file part. This is sub file part where the same type of entry is there, but in control part is static and it controls how my sub file will look like. How I mean, like control part will tell you okay what all operations I have to do, and like position 2. He in our case we created only one position 2 button field, but this position 2 we can do it. I mean filtering. We can filter our data based on control panel. So here we will be having this control part. Okay, this SFL next change. This is we are going to use. I am selecting this, but I will explain you little later when we will face the issue. At that time, I will explain what exactly SFL next change is. But I am selecting this. Okay. Coming to this one. Okay. Now control part. This is very much important. This part is very much important. Uh, in sub file, many things are there. Like if you see here, SFL display is by default selected to Y, because in order to display any subfile, your SFL display has to be there and it has to be on. Then only you will be able to see your subfile. So this SFL display indicator has to be there. Then SFL display control, this also has to be there, because using SFL display control only you will be able to see this. SFL display control indicators control this part, and SFL display control this part. So this also I will select, and I will take some indicator 30 for this one, 31 for this one. Here SFL clear is also very much important, because in order to write any subfile, first you should clean your subfile and then only you can write your subfile. It's like a notebook. Like here, if you in this Excel sheet, suppose I loaded once, second time if I have to load, I have to clear this I have to erase everything, and then again only I have to load it. So each time you have to clear your sub file and then you have to load it. So SFL clear is also very play a very important role in a sub file. Then this SFL end, this indicator will tell you, like here if you see more, some places if you will be seeing plus or more, and then after that bottom. So this will be getting controlled by SFL end. So 33. I'll take. Uh, Here are other things are there. Safari cursor relative recon SFL mode. SFL mode, sometimes if you will be seeing that my sub file is getting displayed in either one page, I mean one line or more than one line. Have you seen or not? Okay. Actually, what we do. Sometimes if you will be seeing in some very complex screen will be there where in one line some data will be there, one line data will be there, like here how one line one entry is there. But sometimes what happens, this line will expand it to 2 3 lines, and then again this second line will display from here, like that. So in one page we will be able to display only few records with more details. So that will be handled through SFL fold and drop and SFL mode collectively. It's not like you have to handle, you have to have SFL mode and SFL fold drop. Using all, you can you can do that scenario. Mhm. But once you will design very complex subfile, then only that is required. Normally, it's not. So that's what I'm not selecting, because our is simple screen, so I'm not selecting. This is very important thing. Subfile page and subfile size. My subfile page will tell that how many record you are going to display on your subfile page. So if you see here on this screen, I am displaying some 2 to 4 to 6 to 8 to 10 to 12. 12 entry I am displaying here. So my SFL page is 12 here. Get, Getting right? So here I am also taking some 10 or 12, I can take 12, let me take. And SFL size. SFL size is a kind of buffer. So your SFL size has to be more than your SFL page, or at least equal to. And this also decide that which type of subfile loading techniques is there. Like initially we are loading with a load all, and later the same subfile will change to expandable, and then same subfile will change to page by page. But now we are designing for load all. So in load all, I can take something like 20. Anything more than this. Okay. No. How will know that my database is suppose 200 or 300? So you cannot come each time and you can not update this SFL page. This is SFL size. Sorry, there is no correlation between SFL size. I mean, I probably some guy has misconception of that SFL size. I mean, if I have decided 20, then only 20 record will be there. No, it's not like in my database, 100 records will be there or 1,000 records will be there, but I can display it here. I can load everything. This is just a number which tells that or it differentiate that which loading technique also you are going to use. Differentiation of loading techniques also happens on page down and page up button also, and this also. So collectively, I mean, as per page size and page down, page up, it decides that which loading technique is there. But SQL size does not restrict you to load only whatever the number you have, entered here. Getting my point or not? Or confused? Oh. Yeah. Okay. I think it was disconnected. Yeah. So if you will see here, what? Yeah. Yeah. Please go ahead. Or you are unable to see? Okay. Okay. So we were oh, it got disconnected. We were discussing about SFL size, right? SFL size, whatever SFL size I will take, it won't restrict to that only like SFL size I have taken 20, so you will be able to load only 20 in tray. You can load any number. I mean, it has to be less than triple nine, four nines, but any number you can load it. You can see my current example also. If you see MP, DSP, PGM, this is there. No? I can show you. Okay. I will show you. EMP, DSP. EMP, DSP, EMP, DSP1 is the file. EMP, DSP1. Uh, See, SFL page is 12 and SFL size is 16. But I can display hundreds, thousands. So it won't restrict you how SFL size. I mean SFL size can be it's just a number. Many people say that it's stored in a buffer, but till now, I mean practically I did not never realize that basically how your buffer works. It's just a number. Oh, okay. So I will be using this one. So we were here somewhere. So, SFL PS I am going to keep as a 12 and SFL size I am going to keep as a 20. Define message, file message now I'm just ignoring. We'll go here. See, keep AGM, all those things now I'm not using, so I'm just ignoring this. This is this will be required. Like again CA03 in the response I'll write 03 and here fix it. Then CF06 to add. Fine. Help is not required, so I'm just uh, overlay. uh, Overlay will be needed, so I'm taking overlay. That's it. So let me now go and design control part. So 12, option 12, so this is my control part. So again here you know I will add a user. What yesterday we designed, oh sorry, what we designed yesterday, the same way we will do it. And then changing color to white. date time, and one position to key again will keep here. That will be SS of number, social security number, and this I can keep plus 3 only in input mode. CT SSN SSN control part SSN number, and then what text we are writing. Select, sorry, next line. Select option select option, press enter, and here we are going to use 2 for edit, 4 equals to delete, and 5 equals to display. Fine. Then we are going to OPT, then SSN, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then name, name I will keep as 35 length, so this is 20, so 55, 20, 35, 55, till here name will come. After name 57, I will have phone number. So this is our control part. Fine. Now I will go to this SFL part. You are getting right? Okay. So for option field, I will select plus B1, because here only 2, 4, and 5 options are there. So I am selecting only one. If like in an application where we know that okay, in double digit also I have options. So in those scenario we can keep as a 2. This is SFOPT, so file option. Then here plus 6, 9. This is SF SSN number, SF SSN. Then plus O. This I am keeping as 35. This will be SF name. And we will display first name, middle name, and last name. We will concatenate and we will display in this one. Otherwise like how we designed 40, 30, and 1, it takes total 71 bytes, so it will be difficult to accommodate everything, so I reduce it to 35, and then plus 6, this will be 10 for phone number, SF phone. Fine. Okay. Now again we need a footer, right? So I will add here footer. So in footer, F3 equals to exit, and 6 equals to add. For here, messages, will display through message ID or message file. So that's why I am not adding the, because already one way we saw that how to display messages, right? Using compile time array. So here I am probably will use message ID or message file. So we will do little later. So messages part I'm just leaving blank. So this is my subfile design is done. One thing I will move this to file level. Okay, and then let me compile this. Hopefully it got compiled successfully. Created in library. So this is done. Now we can go to our RPG, because first we are creating a load also file, and then we'll convert that one to expandable and page by page. Fine. Okay. So again we will create. I can copy also. Okay. Let me copy this only. PRPG one. Okay. So only this one will change. For a sub file, here we have to display like s file and record from sub file record format name emp sfl, and then rrn number sf rrn. Do you know rrn number, or you want me to explain what exactly rrn? Huh? You don't know, right? Okay. RRN is nothing but a relative record number. What exactly it does? In this Excel sheet, when I so suppose this is a sub file, so how I will know that like this record will be on is written on which line? So for that, we write that okay, line number one, line number two, line number three. So again, I told you, sub file is nothing but a blank page or notebook. In a notebook, also, if you are maintaining some database kind of thing, or so there we write like okay, line number one, this detail, line number two. So RRN number is nothing but a line number in our notebook. So here, based on RRN number only, we decided on which line number this entry is, because this one sub file, it's a kind of arrival sequence. The way we put data, that is based on kind of arrival sequence. RRN number one, then RRN number two. I mean line number one, line number two, line number three. Yeah, yeah. Because based on RRN number only we are making entry, right? Here also, if you'll see that how we are making entry. So if you'll see that I will start with line number one, then line number two, then line number three, then line number four, irrespective of my database table. I mean how, because database can be a keyed sequence, but that keyed sequence is moving into here arrival sequence. So here these things are not required. So let me delete this. This is also not required. So let me delete this. The flow again, this flow will be kind of same only. emp ctl. Okay. Function kit 03 and 06. 06. Validate process and Okay, this one let me delete only blank init process, and this will write from beginning, or either let it be. I deleted everything from this one, and in process also um, I'll delete everything, and at bottom also I will delete. Okay, now I got a format. Fine. Okay, now in a sub file, like yesterday we were displaying here that four different, you know, stages. So in a sub file, before, and I mean when we do display, at that time we see that loaded sub file is displaying, right? Already data. If you see here, data will be loaded, and then will, I mean, the moment you will call any program of sub file, you will be seeing that data is loaded and you are seeing the data. 90% of sub file happens in that way only. Some places say that okay, display a blank, and then based on your search parameter it will load. Getting my point, right? So what we will do in our scenario also, first the moment you will call this program, it will load the data and it will display based on your option or function key. We will perform. So what exactly we'll do, in before display only init comes. So in init only we will load the sub file. So to load the sub file, two things we need to be done. First, clear the sub file, and then load sub file. Load sub file. Any notebook, if you are going to write, suppose you are going to write on a notebook with a pencil. So if you are writing and then erasing, then only you can write the next time, right? So always here also kind of same thing, writing on a notebook with a pencil. So first erase it, make sure that nothing is there on that page, and then write. So here we will some five line code is here, 6 line, that we will be doing. First, in order to clear any sub-file, first what exactly we have to do? We have to make sure that your SFL display is off. SFL display control has to be off, but SFL clear has to be on. Yeah, first we have to clear our sub-file. In order to clear, make SFL display and display control equal to off, and make SFL clear equal to on, and then write into record format. So here I am writing record format, and then the same line, what I will do, then make it clear equal to off, and then make display control equal to on. This line everywhere, anytime you are going to clear your sub file, make sure that this you have to do. Getting my point? Okay. And then we are going for a load sub file. So I am going to create another subroutine called load sub file, load build sub file. So we'll do exsr bld sfl build sub file. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Please.